The Naruto series, by far, is one of the greatest shonen series to ever touch the internet or pop culture. Impact the Naruto series had on the world is kind of ridiculous when you actually think about it. Everybody was doing the shinobi run, throwing up the hand signs, catching the pink eye, and lying saying it was the Sharingan. Whenever the series becomes very popular throughout the world, there's always a dark side that follows along with the success. People that purposely misinterpret the message from the series, creating unnecessary discourse surrounded by misinformation and a lot of misconceptions that always lead to pointless debates and arguments, which will leave you questioning if that person ever actually read the series. Before I joined Twitter back in 2019, I used to hear a common meme that don't mess with Naruto fans can't even read. I was so confused when I first heard this meme because honestly, I read Naruto 3 times and I honestly believed it was a straightforward story filled with a lot of relatable messages. Boy, was I wrong when I joined Twitter. I found myself arguing and debating and debunking misconceptions when it came to the Naruto series, to a point I used to get so mad and I couldn't really figure out why so many people didn't understand the Naruto series until I finally figured out what the root cause was. The Naruto series was stuck in a very special position. The series got popular before the internet became a major imprint on so many people's lives, like social media, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Naruto blew up before all these things became major platforms. Series like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, Yu-Gi-Oh, and the list goes on, was everyone's first anime that they actually watched. And eventually when you get older, become a fan, you circle back to the manga and actually read it. But for a lot of people, they'll rather just see the action than actually read the series. And this is a very big issue when it comes to the Naruto series because it was filled with so much filler. Yes, the root cause for a lot of the misconceptions for the Naruto series comes from ungodly amount of fillers within the Naruto anime. For those who don't know, and I'm pretty sure you guys do know, filler arcs are just arcs that stray away from the main canon material within the manga to give the anime team a breather when it comes to pumping out the animation for the main story. Well, that's how I look at it. And these filler arcs are written by different people that take the foundation of the characters established by Kishimoto and they created their own arcs and storylines to entertain the audience. These filler arcs led to a lot of self-insertion into Kishimoto's main story that didn't add up with any of the events that were taking place within the manga. Don't get me wrong, some filler arcs were really important, like the anime canon arcs to Itachi's backstory, Kakashi's backstory. There's little things that add layers to the characters that we already love, but most of the time these filler arcs just caused a lot of chaos within the Naruto fandom. I remember when I was chronically online because of 2020's lockdown, and a lot of the heated debates I had over the Naruto franchise usually always ended up with me pointing out that that event that they're talking about didn't take place in the manga, it just came from a filler arc. So many arguments and misconceptions with the series can be debunked by just saying, hey bro, that's filler and that did not happen in the manga. And a lot of people's issues with Naruto franchise or manga is just sit down and read it. Once you read it, most of all your problems and misconceptions will disappear. But you know, people don't like to read. Common misconception that I used to see a lot was that people like Shikamaru and Choji were Naruto's first friends or the bonds he originally shared. I used to get cooked for this on Twitter because it wasn't true. Naruto's original family or friends or bonds that made him believe that he can continue on living was Team 7. See, the anime filler arcs added a lot of adventures with Kid Naruto, Choji, and Shikamaru, and people actually believed this actually happened within the series, but it really didn't. Yes, you could argue Shikamaru told his dad he wants to be friends with Naruto, but when we were introduced to Shikamaru, he really didn't care for Naruto. But what makes this misconception even funnier is that Naruto established that the first people to ever acknowledge him or felt like family was Team 7 and Iruka Sensei in chapter 132. The dialogue starts off with Naruto looking in Gaara's eyes and seeing the loneliness that's within him. Naruto resonated with this because he also had a tail beast sealed within his stomach. Naruto stated, I hated all of them. I didn't know who who or what I was to deserve to be hated so much, or why I existed. On this manga panel, we skip down to a part where we see Iruka sensei and Naruto say but, and we see a series of flashbacks of Iruka, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi sensei. Naruto continues and says, I started meeting folk who would acknowledge me. So even though I had a fox demon inside of me and people looked coldly at me, I got used to it cause I wasn't alone anymore. I never imagined it would be so joyful and happy. I am so grateful, deeply grateful. It's okay for me to be alive, to exist. And in this panel, you see Iruka sensei, Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke. This was Kishimoto drilling it into the audience head that Sakura, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Iruka were Naruto's first major bonds on his journey to become the Hokage, his first new family and friends. But let the filler arcs tell the story. It was Choji and Shikamaru. And a lot of people remember these filler arcs, so they don't even remember this canon event that took place in the manga. They only care about the filler arc because they feel a type of way towards Sasuke or Sakura. Even sometimes they hate Kakashi because he didn't really want to train Naruto, but that was also explained, so I don't even understand how. Let me just take a deep breath. No character was a victim to the filler arcs within the Naruto series than Sakura. A lot of the hate that comes to Sakura's character comes from filler arcs. If you go on TikTok or any of these weird memes where they try to make it seem like Sakura didn't really care about Naruto and Naruto was just fighting for her attention and protecting her, all of that was filler. And it's so crazy because even if you point out all the times that Sakura showed her emotions that she cared about Naruto, especially after Sasuke made her feel bad about calling Naruto an orphan, people still can't let it go. Even when it comes down to the confession scene, and I think the confession scene was peak writing if you really were paying attention to the first couple arcs in Naruto Shippuden. And that's also another video I have to make. Still don't understand how people don't get Sakura's intentions during that arc. You don't really have to agree with it, but she wasn't in the wrong. But that's honestly it for the video. I just felt like I needed to talk about that. Like, comment, subscribe. Know what you think down in the comments, and I'm out. And I'm also rereading Naruto, so I'm gonna have a lot of Naruto videos coming out, so just a heads up.